Okay, welcome to the next part of this tutorial where we'll be trying to convert our HTML project. Remember, everything we've been building so far is on one page, all of this on one page, where we'll be trying to convert all of this information into a dynamic app using PHP. So that's it, let's get going. So to start with, we'll start by killing our local server. So we're going to stop our local server. So if we refresh this, we get an error. Great, we get this error because we're trying to migrate now to localhost. The project has been saved in, where is that folder? In this. So you can see it points right to projects. In projects it goes to phonebook, which is the name of the project. So here I can go ahead and copy to here, and then I try to get the root of the server, which is localhost. We're actually running on WAMP. You can see it from here. We're running on WAMP, PHP version 7.4, Apache 2.4.41, and MariaDB, which is a database tool like MySQL and all the rest, but MariaDB is what's mostly used now. So I'll go straight up and add this link there, and boom, ta-da, we get to the same project. Nothing has changed. Yeah, now we're running on localhost, which is running on WAMP. Okay, so what are we trying to do here? We're trying to convert this into, let me create a readme here, readme.txt. Good. So here we're trying to convert our existing project into an MVC project, wherein it's going to be more dynamic. We're going to add models which are simply the database, and the view which is going to be simply HTML and CSS. Actually, what we've built so far, this is our view. Very little is going to be changing from this, and then our controller is going to be handled purely by PHP. Okay, that said, let's see how we do this. So to actually achieve this, the first thing we'll be doing is we'll be converting our index.html file into our main file, which is going to be our controller. So for that, we simply rename HTML to PHP. Usually it's not advisable to do this, but the thing is, PHP is actually the same, like it's HTML with PHP syntax. That's just what PHP is. So it's a template language. So the moment we build this, you see, if we refresh, nothing happens because it's still the same thing. But remember, this is not yet dynamic. Nothing interesting is happening here as of now. So I could come here and then I'll create a folder called pages, because I want to keep every page separately in there, and that's going to make our work more dynamic. So to actually show you what we mean, I'll come here and copy all our head tag. I'll copy our head tag and take it to pages and call it head.include.php. You must not add the include, INC. Many people do so. So the moment I do that and I paste it here, see, this file is reading our index page. So the moment I refresh it, boom, all the CSS is gone. Why is it gone? Because the CSS is saved here. See, our CSS is saved here, and it's our style. So here there's no style. We have simple markup, the skeleton of our project. So we need to call back. So here's the default style of the browser. This browser, Brave, has this as default style. So we want to bring back the style. So here all we're going to do is we'll simply open up PHP and tell it to include. I usually recommend you do this right on a separate line so that you don't get things mixed up. Include, where has it been saved? It has been saved in pages. So I go to pages, and what's its name in pages? It's called head.inc.php, and then I put a semicolon and I save, and I come and refresh. Good, it's come back. Meaning when this page is loading, it loads document type, it loads the HTML of the language English, and then it loads all of these first before it proceeds. So actually you could actually call this require, and it should still work. So the difference between require and include is require means that the rest of the program needs this line to work. If it goes through and does not find this line, fatal error. But include, if it's reading through and the include fails to load, it's just going to show a normal error. And if there is any other functionality down here that does not require whichever line was here in the include, it will still run if it did not require it. But if you required it, you better put require, meaning you must add it for the rest of your code to work properly. Yeah, you might stumble into such issues as you go along. Okay, let's continue breaking down our code into different sections. So this was the form. I'm going to chop up the form here and come to our pages and create a form. There's also form dot include dot php. Oh, I have 2 dots there, and then I come and simply pour it out here, and then I save. Okay, I can actually try to align this by doing control the first square brace. Let me do all of this. So if I come and refresh this again, oh, I haven't saved this. So the moment I've not saved this yet, this is still in memory. So the moment I refresh, it's not finding any issue. But the moment I save this and I come and refresh, boom, our form is gone. But you see, our form is gone, but this part is not gone. Why? Because I told them to have the same width, call, meaning 50-50. Yeah. So I come here too and I add this. But usually I add this. I tell you, go to pages and look for form, and boom, our form comes back live. Okay, good. And let's just do that with table, and then we can get going. So with table, I do all of this, and then I simply come right up here and I get you here right on spot, and I come here and I say table here, and then I come into pages here and I say table.inc.php, and I post the table there, and our project is back. But now our project has been divided into one section, another section. This is still here because we're not going to move in between pages. That's just the thing. So as we won't be moving between different pages, we're trying to build some sort of a single page app using PHP. Yeah, JavaScript is usually more suited for that, but let's try to handle all with the interactivity too in PHP. That's very possible too. So the moment we are stuck with this now, so here we have actually rearranged our views properly. So we have our views as this should be, but they are not yet dynamic because everything is not yet really occurring through this controller. This are PHP page. See, every code is still found here. Code should not be found here. Yeah, you should never have code in. Sorry, you should never have HTML code in your index.php. So that said, this is what we'll do. We'll remove everything and we'll come to pages. Given that it's part of our view, it should go into where we have our HTML and CSS code. I'm going to call it home.php. It's a page, so I could even just come here and say home page. Yeah, that's how I should name it. Then I paste all the code there, and I paste all the code there. What do I do here? Remember what we did this way? I simply come here. Remember, this is our index page, and I call it. I just say please call for home.php. So when I do that, boom, we get this error. Wow, what is this telling us? It's telling us here that warning, require pages home.php. Yeah, it does not exist here. We named it home-php, no, home-page. So I should save that, and ta-da, everything's back. But you see how clean this is? Of separated concern. Everyone is being managed in his own page. When I come here again, this guy is in his own page, this guy is in his own page. So if this has an issue, I go fix that issue independently. Now our controller looks good. So where's our readme? Our controller looks good. What else does not look good? Our database model. Okay, here we're going to be merging our model and our PHP. They're kind of going to be working together. Yes. So for that, I think the first step to do is we will not focus on insert. Okay, by the way, for our model we need to actually achieve the following. We need to achieve CRUD, meaning all our database operations should be available. And what are these database operations? You should be able to create new data, you should be able to read data, and you should be able to update data, and you should be able to delete data. If there's a user we don't want anymore, we should be able to delete them. Oh, by the way, we do not add that here. When we come to delete, we'll be able to add that. So we need to achieve these two with our app. So that was it, introducing the MVC model for our phone book app. So we will be back to actually go through these functionalities and see how they work together with this. On that, thank you.